Hey folks, I was just on the Foundry website in the modules section and started reading through some of the modules at the top of the list here, and I came across this one here called Quick Encounters, and I believe it's a pretty new one. So I decided to click on it just to see what it says, and this actually might be a bit of a game changer for me, so I'm wondering if some of you might find it useful as well. It seems to say that you can set up your tokens on the maps that you're using in Foundry and then save the position of the tokens in a journal entry. So then when you want to actually run the encounter, you just have to double click on the map note and click the add to combat tracker button, and all of the saved tokens will be positioned back on the map and added to the combat tracker ready to fight. This could save a lot of loading times, I think, for Foundry, because I have found in the past when I had multiple maps in Foundry open with many tokens on them that that's what I was starting to have a lot of problems with some of my players dropping out and stuff like that. Now, there's been updates to Foundry since then, and I can't say that this is exactly what was causing the problems, because I actually have played around with dropping the frame rates in Foundry, and you know, it's one of those classic things of changing multiple variables to see what could fix the problems, and then not knowing which variable actually affected the issue or was causing the issue. But I'd like to take a look at this because this might be a game changer here. So let's actually install this together. So I'll install it, and I'll go and run my world here. So let me just clear this out. See, it's already taking a little bit of time to load here in the game, and you can see how many maps I have, and some of these maps have tokens on them and some of them don't. So I'm just going to flush the chat here. So let's go install the module. Quick encounters. I don't know if there's any settings. This is the absolute first time that I've done this. So let's go to the module settings, find if there is an entry for quick encounters. So here it is. So freeze captured tokens. Existing tokens that you save into the quick encounter will not be changed, for example, by token mold when you run the encounter. Clear the checkbox if you want to allow token mold or other programs to change the tokens, name, HP, or other stats. This setting does not affect tokens newly generated from actor links. Display XP after combat. When you press end combat or delete combat tracker, display total XP of hostile tokens and XP per player token. Well, that's interesting. Use new quick encounter dialog. The new quick encounter dialog pops up next to the quick encounter journal entry and lets you add or remove actors tokens and quickly run the encounter without having to scroll through the journal entry for the actors or quick encounter button. So I'm not sure about the XP. I actually already have something that displays XP. I believe that's from Mess. I'm not exactly sure. There's so many modules. But this freeze captured token thing has got me very intrigued. So I'll just show you why. If I go to some of my scenes here, so I'm running the Nightworm module from 4th edition, and I've got all of my maps already in here, but I didn't realize when I created my maps, so you'll notice first of all that Tomb of Sartine I do have the tomb here, but I think I've populated level 1 with creatures already. So if I open tomb 2, so we're going to open up Tomb of Sartine level 2. I'm going to go to import. Okay, so now here it is. So then I'm going to click on navigation and save it. So now the tomb should have shown up somewhere. Right here. So here's the tomb. And you'll notice that I have populated some creatures in here, but the problem is, to save on space, I actually don't have access. If I double click on these creatures, I don't have access to them because they've actually been put into a compendium. And I put them in the compendium so that they wouldn't fill my actors folder up. And the reason is because when you can already see that I have quite a few actors in different folders here, and I don't know, but I felt like that was actually slowing things down. So I put them all in compendiums. So what I'm wondering is, with this quick encounter thing, if I put the creatures in their positions, can I then save that to the journal as Quick Encounter says it's going to do? Will it pull it out of the compendiums when I run that? Or do I have to have them in the actors folder for it to work? So let me just read this again. I'm actually going to go, so right here it says method 1, drag hostile tokens to the map and select them, then press the Quick Encounters button and your tokens and their positions are saved into the Quick Encounter journal entry and packaged into a single note on the scene. To run your Quick Encounter, simply double click the map note and click the Add to Combat Tracker button. All your saved tokens will be positioned back on the map and added to the combat tracker ready to fight. Supposedly this is similar to something in Foundry. Now this doesn't look like it's a new module now that I look at it, because it is 0.6.5, so I wonder if I just missed it. There's so many modules. Yeah, so I'm wondering what this is going to do. Now I'm going to go to the project URL because I don't know how to do, I'm not sure where this button is. So literacy helps, folks. I just went back to this page here and read this again a little bit closer. I was reading it quickly because I'm kind of doing this on the fly here. It says drag your hostile tokens to the map and select them. Then click on the Quick Encounters button in the basic control panels on the left, and your tokens and their position are saved into the Quick Encounter journal entry. So let's see how that works. I don't know if you have to name the journal entry a certain thing or have it open. Let's find out. So I made this journal entry. I'm going to select my tokens. And here's the button that they were talking about. You have an open journal entry and selected hostile tokens. Do you want to create a link? Yes, I do. There's no map note. Ah. Okay. So I have to create a map note. To do that, I think I have to drag this out here. Update map note. Okay, let's save that. Okay. So it looks like all of my tokens disappeared. So if I cancel this and close this and double click on that and say run quick encounter, oh my goodness. Okay. I must have not selected a couple of those Archons. So let's close, actually, yeah, I'm going to remove the combatants. Remove the combatants. I'm going to close this. Let's see if I can add a couple of them back in. So let's go back to my creatures here. I'm going to select those two. I have no idea what I'm doing here, folks. I'm just trying it out. I'm going to see if I can add them to the same one. I'm just going to add those tokens to it. Okay, so I'm going to save this. I wonder what happens. So these tokens are still out there. Most likely I'm going to have to delete them, but if I just run quick encounter, well, it looks like it's only added those extra two. So let me delete this encounter. And I'm going to select all of my tokens again, delete that, and then if I run quick encounter again, they all come back. That's fantastic. Now, here's the thing I want to try. What if I take these out of here? So I'm going to save this, I'm going to cancel and close all this, I'm going to delete all the tokens, and I'm wondering if it'll actually pull them out. I'm thinking it won't. I'm thinking it won't be able to do that, but I'm wondering if it could pull them out of the compendiums, because if it does that, this is going to be a game changer for me. So double click. No, it doesn't. I'll just click it to see what happens. Yeah, nothing happens. Okay. But still, that means that in my compendium, under these scenes, okay, first of all, let me do something here. I'm just going to delete this scene. Which is this one here. I'm wondering what this means. What happens if I import? Oh, sorry, that's the journal entry. I was on the wrong one. Okay, so I want to delete the Tomb of Sartine 2. So that should disappear. So now if I go to Tomb of Sartine level 2 and import it, and then make it part of the navigation, save changes. So these are the positions of my tokens so that I can know where the positions are. Okay, so I'm seeing I should have saved the map token. I should have saved the map note there. Okay, well anyway, this does work. I just have to have my actors in the actors folder, and then these will help me place them out there, and as long as I have the map note out here, I can actually bring out those tokens. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I've just reviewed this kind of out of the blue, folks. I thought it might be interesting to record it and maybe put it up on my channel. Some of you might be interested in seeing it as well. Pretty cool functionality for this module. So Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and maybe learned something, and we'll talk to you soon.